Boyfriend doesn't put effort in his appearance and it's turning me off. Boyfriend, 34 male, me, 24F. I just need to vent. Edit since apparently this needs to said. No, he has not always dressed like this but it has always been casual. It has progressively gotten worse. I am fine with casual, not sloppy. My boyfriend dresses very casually, gym shorts and a t-shirt. I genuinely don't mind it, we live in a hot climate. I get he's comfortable in these clothes even though I would be so happy if he just wore jeans and a t-shirt out to lunch, but he hates jeans, so whatever, I can deal with the gym shorts and a shirt. But sometimes, even these shorts and a shirt comes out sloppy, like shorts that are way too short for his height, build, ill-fitting t-shirts, not wearing underwear, etc. These are the times I will comment, and recently it's just causing arguments that I nitpick his clothes, when I literally don't care about the style, just that it's not sloppy. But it's got me thinking. I enjoy looking pretty, I want to wear nice dresses and heels when we go out, yet I feel so awkwardly overdressed next to him because the most I can get him to wear is jeans and a short sleeve. Sometimes he'll even keep a baseball cap on at nice bars, rooftop restaurants, generally more fancy places. I'm losing my attraction to him, I feel embarrassed to be out with him sometimes. It's so attractive when I see men look put together. I go out and see men in nice dress shirts and slacks and it's so attractive to me. Even a nicely fitted t-shirt and jeans are a turn on now. Just the fact that they put in some effort in their appearance. My boyfriend's lack of care in his appearance is turning me off. I was okay with the shorts and t-shirt. Then it just got sloppier and sloppier to the point where I refused to go out to lunch with him today. I'm not asking him to put on jeans, let alone a suit. Wear the gym shorts, wear the shirt, just not in such a sloppy way. I can't bring it up or it turns into a fight about me nitpicking his clothes, when I have never even asked him to change into something dressier. Just literally put on a different t-shirt, put on a different short, put on some goddamn underwear. I don't give a shit what you wear at home. But please just look in the mirror before we're leaving the house. But nope, it's still a day-long argument and I'm losing my attraction. I want a man that I'm proud to be in public with, not a mid-30s-year-old I have to argue with to put on proper shorts and a half-decent t-shirt. I do love him, and I don't know if bad taste is the hill I'm willing to die on, but goddamn, why can't I just have a man that wears jeans? You are not compatible, honestly. He doesn't care what he looks like and you do. You think he is going to change? At 34 he isn't. He doesn't want to wear clothes or even underwear, and if that bothers you then stop going out with him. Attraction is actually not trivial and is important in a relationship, and you want someone who will at least change clothes before going out. You are making an effort to look nice and he doesn't care. There is no middle ground here. He isn't willing to change clearly. Save your breath and find someone you do fancy in a suit if that is your thing, that is okay. I'm pretty sure one honest. I don't want to go out to eat cause the way you dress turns me off. I get turned off by having to try and convince you to dress decently like you're my child, not my grown man boyfriend, and I'm just tired of it. If that doesn't change his mindset, then just leave. If it's such a turn-off, why don't you just break up with him? My black friend is obsessed with Asian looks. I don't appreciate it. My friend, 23F, is African American and lately she's been obsessed with Asian looks. I knew her since high school, but we were never in the same friend group. After graduation we were just friends on Instagram but never really stayed in touch until this year Feb. She reached out to me through DM and it was nice to reconnect with her. She immediately started asking me about my home country's culture, what makeup I use, what I do to maintain small figure, as she says, how to learn the language, etc. I kindly introduced her to things as far as I can, but when she asked me to see her IRL to hang out, that's where I started feeling uncomfortable. She dressed like a K-pop star. She does her makeup to look like a K-pop star. She talks in Korean in the most awkward situation. For example, when we are ordering food at Italian restaurant. She even tells me she's more Korean than I am, lol. She brightens her skin tone to look like us and cover her double-lid eyes to make it mono-lid and foxy. She was the one that made fun of the way I look and how I use chopsticks to eat when I was in high school. Asian fever she is having is racist and inappropriate. How do I tell her what she's doing is racist? Koreaboos really got out of hand. When I was one of a few K-pop fans in my country, 10 years ago, I just liked the music AMD stuff. I never changed my makeup or spoke random Korean. But those cringe fans are a problem outside of K-pop too. Like the anime fan saying, kawaii, and, moshi moshi, my husband is Asian and one person just bowed before him while saying goodbye. He was like, WTF. I would tell her how you feel and end the friendship. I am the same race as her and my perception is that she has an inferiority complex and this is how it's manifesting. Cultural appreciation and appropriation are not the same thing. I'm not advising you to tell her that she has an inferiority complex, but certainly tell her that it's cultural appropriation and that it makes you feel uncomfortable the same way a black person would feel uncomfortable if another race wore an afro wig and attempted to speak in Ebonics. I, 25M. Don't feel comfortable with wives, 25F. Friend, 22M. My wife met a colleague from work who she became friends with, which is rare considering my wife has intense trust issues. This dude from day one has made me uncomfortable. She has since been relocated and works at a different branch, however is still in contact with this guy. She finds him hilarious and trusts him way too much for my liking. She tells him everything. They talk on the phone daily. Conversations are on average 50 minutes long. As soon as she leaves work she'll ring him when waiting for the bus and they'll talk all the way until she's home. Some days she'll get home and still keep talking and I can hear her laughing every 30 seconds. I means really laughing. I've heard the conversations and the dude is just goofy. It's almost like he has a response to everything. Like he knows what she's going to say. She'll lay on bed, have a feet up, smiling ear to ear and laughing. Makes me feel like shit. Sick of hearing stories about him. I've told her how I feel and she says I'm overreacting and he's just a really good friend. She says he's hilarious and is always adding him onto our personal plans. She invites him to everything yet he has never once even turned up, saying how he's too busy. He makes me feel bad. I've seen their text conversations and some of the shit is Seuss. He writes so much poetic bullshit and she eats it up. He makes me feel insecure. He's well-spoken, funny, has money and works out. What really peed me off recently was she was upset about something and I kept asking like what's up and she eventually said how she made plans with him to meet for lunch after work but he rang her earlier saying he couldn't make it and she misses him. She talks almost like she isn't married. I've seen her WhatsApp girls group messages and every maybe fifth message is about him or some reference to him. Or how one of her friends went on a tea date with him or another was supposed to meet him but he cancelled. He's literally just playing with their feelings and despite me stating the obvious my wife can't see sense. I've told how clearly how I feel yet nothing has changed. Recently he has gotten busy, and their phone conversation have gone down to 15 minutes. Which she complains to me about on the daily. I've asked her what she thinks he wants and her response was, he says I'm really genuine and he feels comfortable talking to me, brainwashed. What am I supposed to do in this situation? I've seen how she and her friends talk about him. Fangirling. Please help. TLDR. Wife fangirling over guy, friend, and is always including him into our personal plans. Also our family plans. Her friends are also the same and it makes me feel like shit. I've told her how I feel yet nothing has changed. Please help. Thinking of giving her an ultimatum. I dunno man sounds like she's engaging in emotionally cheating. Unfortunately she's emotionally cheating and the only way for to understand is you need to have time away and really ask yourself should I still be married since she has more feelings for op than you. Since she doesn't really care about your feelings or boundaries around this guy possibly time to see a lawyer. Wonder how she'd feel if the situation was reversed. Yikes. I'd like my partner to quit their job. I'm 40F. My hubs, I'll call him R, is 41M. We've been married 5 years. R has been working for a company for 7+ years on and off but solidly for the last 2. It's a small place. Married couple are owner and boss and over time we've seen a dozen people come and go while R has stayed. Boss is a narcissist and an alcoholic. R is underpaid for what he does by about 20% and has been required to travel 21/30 days a month at a stretch. In short, this job is neither mentally or financially satisfying. Our income is 80/20 split, with me bringing in 80% which is more than enough for us to live comfortably even if he never finds another job again. I want him to quit. He's literally worked himself sick. He says if he quits he's a failure and isn't providing. I want to argue that if he stayed home and improved our house that would be more valuable than the 20% of our income. For him to be happy and healthy. What am I missing? How can I help? Editing to give additional context. This post comes after nearly 6 months of conversation to include encouraging R to pursue a new job, or even start his own business, looking for ways to adjust attitudes around his job and make our personal life together more fulfilling, and his requesting a raise. We've set up his LinkedIn, begun applying for new jobs, and have gone back and forth with his boss and some ridiculous proposals. Do I want a house husband? No. I want a happy, healthy partner who gets enjoyment out of whatever he chooses to do. I realize how my post could sound that way. I'm just super sad and frustrated for him. Thanks for the advice, folks. Well, if he's working for a narcissist, his mental health and confidence is shot. I wouldn't have to guess, but I k how narcissists operate. They always brings up your worst things, push your buttons, belittles to the point you start hating yourself. Even if he stops working for him, he needs to go to therapy to heal himself. He could do some light job before his mental health is all better to take more pressure. Maybe help him find a new job rather than asking him just to flat out quit. A job where he can still feel like he is contributing without such a toxic workplace. Help him apply for another job in his field and help him with interviews, etc. If you want to work, find somewhere better for him to work. If I were him, I'd listen to you more. What exactly does he do? P.S. You are a good wife. Book a vacation and tell him not to go back afterwards. It will give him time out of the situation and you too time to talk X.